Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, depending on where you are watching us from. I'm Azuka Oje. Actress Eucharia Anunobi pens advice to those who build mansions in the villages. The veteran and Nollywood actress come evangelist Eucharia Anunobi has a pen advice for those who build houses in the village rather than investing in properties in the cities. According to her, these people invest so much in houses they only visit once or twice in a year and may eventually not even retire to. And for sure, she is specifically talking to we Igbos. Let's listen to that video.
You may not like it, but that's the truth. If it is a house where you live in, where every morning you can wake up and look at the windows and look at the door handles that are all of gold and silver and brass, fantastic. But you go and sink in your village home where you rarely stay. House or houses or an empire that you have sunk in billions to build where you and your family will rarely stay. Is that not foolishness? Hear me, ladies and gentlemen. One of the things we need to do in this climb is to always ask God for wisdom to teach us to do the right thing. Yes, we can build our homes in the village, but something moderate and cute, something lovely and wonderful and cute, something manageable and cute. It's wonderful to be in our village homes, especially a place where we know we don't stay all the time, where we just visit as if we're on holiday. Why waste such money there? If you have too much money that you don't know what to do with it, why don't you go buy lands, build an estate, and rent the houses out to people? Subsidize the rentage so that people will be able to pay for it. And then you can be helping humanity.
I hope you heard that. That was coming from Eucharia Anunobi. First of all, this is one of the ladies I respect, for she appears to be a decent actress. Yeah, I think as someone is centered on wastage or extravagant life, just like saying don't buy a Rolls Royce, which you will occasionally use and is hard to maintain, but rather buy the cheaper and more easy Toyota vehicle and use the remaining money to help the poor. Now, if we're to go by this, nobody will enjoy pleasures anymore here. You will have to cut down on everything, including the water you drink, just that the poor might be pleased. So instead of buying a Rolls Royce with all the sophistication in it, I buy a Toyota Land Cruiser, which is cheaper and easy and affordable. Now, somebody else could even come up to say that Toyota Land Cruiser is on the high side too, so I better buy a Peugeot or earliest Toyota Jeeps, so we spend the remaining on the poor. This would even trickle down to the smallest things, even the phones we use, the specs, and they can say don't use the costlier phones, though it depends on why someone wants a particular product. I in particular prefer the faster ones, higher RAM phone with like 6 gigs, 8 gigs RAM and gigabytes, because part of my work requires phone. But if you want to follow, go by what she's saying. So I think there are better ways to present such sermons. I have seen people who live in luxury, but they don't forget the poor at all. I'm not talking about wasteful life, but these people enjoy their money they worked for, and they try so much for the poor around them as well. And there is no way you can actually help all the poor people on earth. So I don't really understand the message properly. What if I build my mansion in the village and still provide accommodation for numerous people for free and subsidized prices outside there? Because I think the problem is in the village. It's a sin to build such mansions. I think a better sermon would have been, tell the people to always remember and consider the poor and less privileged in what we do. That would have been a better sermon. That would have been easily digested rather than telling us not to build houses to our taste. I can't understand that. And I hope this is not one of those recent campaigns we are seeing all around, that Igbos should not build exotic luxury mansions in their villages. If this is an indirect way of saying that, then we will reject this message. And we don't tolerate those people carrying about that message. Now she was trying to say we hardly visit the village and so we don't need such structures. I hope she doesn't mean we should go build that in the city rather. And by cities, she will be saying Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt. And if that is the case, then she forgot cities were former bushes that were cleared and they didn't turn cities overnight. And if in her mind, Onitsha, Aba, or Owerri are not part of what is considered the city, then the message is nonsense. In fact, where is my hammer? Where is my hammer? Places like Nnewi turn to city gradually, just like that. People building, investing. Now, if you're talking about being charitable, then that does not stop that man from building a suitable house while helping the poor find shelter outside there. Let's not use a Bible to confuse things, because I can see she placed the Bible before her. And I realize there are lots of misguided campaigns that Igbos should stop building attractive mansions in their villages. Several of those promoting this new nonsense are even Igbos. Sometimes I begin to feel they were paid to deceive us, not to build in our villages. Did you all watch the demolition of Igbo properties in Festac, Lagos, the other time? That was just the first time. It wasn't just the first time. It has been happening. Imagine those structures we put up in Lagos, Abuja, are in our villages. Wouldn't such villages begin to turn to cities and attract investments? I don't understand. Don't build in your village. Don't build exotic man. Don't build luxurious man. Don't build, Igbos own 72% of Abuja properties. They own numerous in Lagos, which I don't even know. Could be more. Is that a wise decision in such a country called Nigeria? When we are talking about Akuluono and some people are telling our people to return to the city and build. Don't build in the village. And I'm tired of these people. I'm tired. So, if her message is like, go build in the city, you can build. Don't build those luxurious mansion in the village. Go and build it in the city or give the money to the poor. I reject that message. Meanwhile, always consider the poor. That's what I'm trying to say. In whatever you do, consider that there are poor people around. The fact is that you can't feed every poor people around. But then, the poor people will always be around. But you can't feed everybody. But consider that the poor are around. But that you will not get what you tasked for. I don't understand. I can't understand. Anyway, viewers, I leave you to add your comment. Tell us what you think about this video by Eucharia and our response. I am Azuka OJ. I say bye for now.